Verse 57. To rule the state, have a known plan. To win a battle, have an unknown plan. To gain the universe, have no plan at all. Let the universe itself reveal to you its splendor. How do I know this should be so? Because of this. The more restrictions, the more poverty. The more weapons, the more fear in the land. The more cleverness, the more strange events. The more laws, the more lawbreakers. Thus, the sages say, act with a pure heart, and the people will be transformed. Love your own life, and the people will be uplifted. Give without conditions, and the people will prosper. Want nothing, and the people will find everything. Verse 58. When the ruler knows his own heart, the people are simple and pure. When he meddles with their lives, they become restless and disturbed. Bad fortune, yes, it rests upon good fortune. Good fortune, yes, it hides within bad fortune. Oh, the things that heaven sends! Who can know their final aim? Who can tell of their endless ways? Today, the righteous turn to trickery. Tomorrow, the good turn to darkness. Oh, what delusion abounds, and every day it grows worse. But the sage is here upon the earth to gently guide us back. He cuts, but does not harm. He straightens, but does not disrupt. He illumines, but does not dazzle. Verse 59. Rule the people and serve heaven, yet hold nothing more dear than the mother's harvest. Let every thought and every breath be the fruit of your offering. Do it now. Let her power run thick in your blood. There will be no obstacle you cannot overcome, no limit you cannot surpass, no empire you cannot rule. Ah, but in all your glory, never lose sight of the mother. Without her, your empire will crumble. Your power will waste away, for the mother brings the harvest. She alone causes all things to endure. We call this deep roots in a solid trunk, and the way of long life and lasting insight. Verse 60. Govern a nation as you would fry a small fish. When Tao is present in the empire, dark spirits lose their power. It's not that they have no power, It's that their powers can't harm anyone. When Tao is present, the people enjoy the blessings of heaven. They find unity. They find peace. What's this about spirits doing harm? The sage is approaching, and they are rushing in to sweep his path. Verse 61. A great state is like a river basin that receives everything flowing into it. It is the place where all things come to rest, where all the world is welcomed. The low is greater than the high. The still is greater than the restless. The low country wins over its neighbor. The still female wins over the male. The sage wants to uplift the people. The people want to follow the sage. Only by being low does this come to be. The sage bows to the people. The people bow to the sage. And when they lift up their heads, only greatness remains. Verse 62. Tao is the treasure house, the true nature, the secret source of everything. It is the great wealth of those who are awake, and the great protector of those still sleeping. If a person seems wicked, do not cast him away. Awaken him with your words. Elevate him with your deeds. Requite his injury with your kindness. Do not cast him away. Cast away his wickedness. When the emperor is crowned, or the 3 ministers installed, they receive a gift of jade and horses. But how can this compare to sitting still and gaining the treasure of Tao? This is why the ancient masters honored the inward path of Tao. They did not say, seek and you will find, err and you will be forgiven. Within, this is where the world's treasure has always been. Verse 63. Act without acting. Give without giving. Taste without tasting. Tao alone becomes all things great and all things small. It is the one in many. It is the many in one. Let Tao become all your actions. Then your wants will become your treasure. Your injury will become your blessing. Take on difficulties while they are still easy. Do great things while they are still small. Step by step, the world's burden is lifted. Piece by piece, the world's treasure is amassed. So the sage stays with his daily task and accomplishes the greatest thing. Beware of those who promise a quick and easy way, for much ease brings many difficulties. Follow your path to the end. Accept difficulty as an opportunity. This is the sure way to end up with no difficulties at all. Verse 64. A still mind can easily hold the truth. The difficulties yet to come can easily be avoided. The feeble are easily broken. The small are easily scattered. Begin your task before it becomes a burden. Put things in order before they get out of hand. Remember, a tree that fills a man's embrace grows from a ceiling. A tower 9 stories high starts with 1 brick. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Act and it's ruined. Grab and it's gone. People on the verge of success often lose patience and fail in their undertakings. Be steady from the beginning to the end, and you won't bring on failure. The sage desires that which has no desires, and teaches that which cannot be taught. He does not value the objects held by a few, but only that which is held by everyone. He guides men back to their own treasure and helps all things come to know the truth they have forgotten. All this he does without a stir. Verse 65. The ancient ones were simple-hearted and blended with the common people. They did not shine forth. They did not rule with cleverness. So the nation was blessed. Now the rulers are filled with clever ideas, and the lives of people are filled with hardship. So the nation is cursed. He who knows the play of Tao and day knows the nature of the universe. Tao brings forth day from its own being. Day expands in all directions, filling every corner of the world, becoming the splendor of all creation. Yet, at every moment, day seeks Tao. This is the movement that guides the universe. This is the impulse that leads all things back home. Verse 66. Why do the 100 rivers turn and rush towards the sea? Because it naturally stays below them. He who wishes to rule over the people must speak as if below them. He who wishes to lead the people must walk as if behind them. So the sages rules over the people. So the sage rules over the people, but he does not weigh them down. He leads the people, but he does not block their way. The sage stays low, so the world never tires of exalting him. He remains a servant, so the world never tires of making him its king. Verse 67. All the world talks about my Tao with such familiarity. What folly! Tao is not something found at the marketplace or passed on from father to son. It is not something gained by knowing or lost by forgetting. If Tao were like this, it would have been lost and forgotten long ago. I have 3 treasures that I cherish and hold dear. The first is love. The second is moderation. The third is humility. With love, one is fearless. With moderation, one is abundant. With humility, one can fill the highest position. Now, if one is fearless but has no love, abundant but has no moderation, rises up but has no humility, surely he is doomed. Love vanquishes all attackers. It is impregnable in defense. When heaven wants to protect someone, does it send an army? No. It protects him with love. Verse 68. The best warrior leads without haste, fights without anger, overcomes without confrontation. He puts himself below and brings out the highest in his men. This is the virtue of not confronting, of working with the abilities you have, of complying with the laws of heaven. This is the ancient path that leads to perfection. Verse 69. The great warriors have a saying, I do not act as host. I'll say that again. I'll start that again. The great warriors have a saying, I dare not act as host, but would rather be a guest. I dare not advance an inch, but would rather retreat a foot. So advance, but do not use your feet. Seize, but do not use your arms. Cut, but do not use your sword. Fight, but do not use your own power. There is no greater misfortune than feeling I have an enemy. For when I and enemy exist together, there is no room left for my treasure. Thus, when two opponents meet, the one without an enemy will surely triumph. Verse 70. My teachings are very easy to understand and very easy to practice. Yet, so few in this world understand, and so few are able to practice. My words arise from the ancient source. My actions are those of the universe itself. If people do not know these, how can they know me? Those who follow my ways are rare, and so I treasure them. Even if they wear the clothes of a beggar, they carry a priceless gem within.